and hello. Right, one of the questions, only one of them, one of the questions I get asked quite a lot is, and one of the things that I'm well known for is making boxes in Photoshop. And lots of people say to me, Marty, how do you do your boxes? Now, disclaimer time, I'm not a college taught Photoshop guru genius. Okay, I don't claim to be as well, and I'm not putting it down. If you are, good on you. But for all the Photoshop genius guru people out there, you're always welcome to text me and let me know what I can do different and how to improve what I do. But what I do know is I can get the job done somehow. I don't know. I get it done. So I'm going to open up Photoshop. Here we go. Photoshop 2020. All brand new and spangly. Now we need to look at this box. The good thing is on Photobox on the internet, you can find a multitude of blank boxes of all different shapes and sizes, and always thank the people who's involved with it. It's only a little line of text, but it thanks people for it. Maybe link to where you got it from as well. Every little bit helps. I have to say, at this moment in time of doing this video, I have 10 subscribers. 10 subscribers, and I love every one of them, and every one of them is really important to me. So I'm here with another video, and it's not radio related. Woohoo! So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you how I see this box. If we look at the box, if we look at it, we've got different faces. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the underside, 5 on the inside, 6, 7, and of course everything that's around it, because you notice there's a nice piece of shadow here. Now we could take that shadow out if we want, or maybe move the shadow over this side, darken this and lighten this. All depends where you want your light source to come from. That's down to you. Everything is down to you. You're in charge. It's your image, it's your graphic, it's down to you. So what am I going to do? I'm very envious at my brother Mickey. He's a very clever man. Where I've got to do a screen box, a box on the screen, he could actually make a box, which is something I could never do. I'm useless at all things DIY. I have a thing called dyspraxia, which means my eye-to-hand coordination is out the wall. Throw me a ball and it'll probably land over there, okay? But I can put my fingers on a keyboard and a mouse. So here we go. We have this box. You ain't come here to listen to me talk. You've come here to see me do the box. So the box. Let's move on. First of all, I'm gonna attack this front bit here. Okay, to me, the lid shuts down on the box. That's the facing box. The lid shuts down on the box. That's the facing bit here. That's what you see. That's what's on the shelf. That's what gets your eye. And that's what you're going to buy. So what am I going to make? I keep talking about my brother. So I went onto his website earlier and I stole his logo. Sorry, Mickey. I stole his logo, and that's it here. So I'm going to make out in my head that he sells seashells while on the seashore. Okay, old nursery rhyme, in case you're wondering. So this is going to be my play image, and I'll just take that, edit, and so I will now go and get this is one that I prepared earlier. I have a A4 sheet of paper, because as I look over here, that's sort of like a really small A4. There's nothing saying that is an A4, and it's in constraint. It all comes down. The top and the bottom comes down the same as the left or the right. And as long as you make it, you could make it A0 if you wanted, which is really big. But as long as you keep the left and the right and the up and the down the same as you reduce it, it will come in and still look perfect. We'll talk about that as well. We'll get to that. Constraint, I think that you'll find that's called. So I go back to my A4. I've got his logo. I popped his logo on there. It's on here. I chose this blue color. I don't know why. There's something about the color blue that appeases me. So we got it. We got this here on a blue background. I could find this graphic, get a big version of the graphic, and pop this on top of it. but I want this to sort of look like something you would find on the shelf, so it's made to catch your eye. So we're going to go with Docking Bay 51 Mudlarking. The next thing I do is I come over here and I put a new layer on. The new layer is in. Do you know what? Layer 2 is a good enough name. Where it says layer 1 down here though, I will change that and I call that logo. And then when I actually do something on layer 2, I'll change its name to what it is. And the reason why I do that, when I'm coming back to change things down the bottom, this little list will get bigger and I'll know what I'm looking at and so on and so forth. So I'm going to take a little bit of that there, like that. Okay, I'm going to come over here, select the white, or do you know what, I'll select that grey. And the reason why I do that is because when you do your little bits to the graphic, try and keep the colour scheme the same. So that's there, and then I'm going to move that down to there, and then I'm going to say layer, style, stroke it, and the stroke, believe it or not, is going to be white. Like that. It's going to be white. And say, okay, like that. And maybe make them just a little bit thicker. Like that. Say okay, and come out like that. Just let me look at that stroke again. Stuff it looks a bit dodgy about it. Outside. Inside. Nope. Definitely outside. Let's go a bit higher. Okay, right. Bring it down to about there. I like that. Right, so that's there like that. I'm going to say, I take the end of it and drag it through. And I'll tell you why I do that. Is because then I'm going to have no white bits on the end of the stroke. I'm going to say layer, edit, copy, edit, paste. Okay. Bring this one down to the bottom, to there. Layer, stroke, stroke it again. Say okay. Bring it down a bit. There we go. That's about good. Gives me a little bit of something. Then these two over here, I'm going to take them, merge them so they're one, and now I can call them stripes horizontal. Try and get in the habit of writing down what your thingamajiggies are. Right, so the next thing I'm going to find is I need some sort of mudlarking cover to it. So I'm going to come over to File, Open. I made this folder called DB51 Box, just so I know where I am and what I'm doing. I'm going to take Mud 1, say OK. All right, that's my background layer, so to speak. My background layer. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, there it is. I'm going to take that, which is a very good picture of London being mudlarked. I do believe they are booked in. You need a license to mudlark on the Thames, apparently. I do believe they are booked in to do it soon. So that's there. I could bring this down here. That would be good. Go all the way up as far as there. That's good. Like that. Bring it over here if you don't want her in it. But that looks like too much water to me. Do you know what? That's good because it shows somebody picking things up. Okay. And what I do with this picture is I'll drop this picture down below the stripes and below the logo. So both these layers are over the top of it, like that. See? So now we've got that. But I've also got this bit of London up here. What I mean to do is come over here like that. Take that bit of London there. Edit. Copy. And now if I do Control Z, it will just put that back to where it was. Come back down there and say layer, new layer. Okay. Edit. Paste. And that will paste up to the top there. If I take that off and extend it, I know it makes that look like it's got a bit of a witch's hat. Makes that look like it goes up a lot longer. But if I just make it a bit smaller, like that, what I can do is I know what I can do. I can go to the old faithful of the. Okay, what I can do is quite simply come over here, take a bit of that sky there, so edit, copy, edit, paste, and just move it over that there. And then of course, take those two and the bottom, go up here and merge. So they are all one file now. So now it looks like our image is quite wide. It's quite a wide image. So we got that there. Now I've got another picture that I'm going to save for something else. Well, I want to look at I want to make sure that I get things just right. So I come down to the background and I say layer, duplicate layer for the background. Okay. And I'll tell you why I did that. Because what that does is that gives me a bounding box. And that bounding box tells me where the center line is. Although, saying that, if I took that away and went back to logo, it would tell me itself when it's in the middle, in constraint to itself. See little lines appear on it all over the place. Go back to here and just go back to the file, duplicate layer, okay, go back there, take the wire into the center, get the logo so it's sort of central, using the arrow keys just to move it up a bit so it looks clever. That looks good. What throws it off slightly, bit of designer's eye for you, is this building going up here. I know it's there, but that sort of throws a line off. If it wasn't such an important building, I would take that out. That would be gone. Right, so that's that. Mudlarking. And down here, I'm going to take a new layer. New layer. It costs nothing for a layer, by the way. Layers, you're going to get charged for layers. So use as many of them as you want. And I'm going to take a bar across here like that. Or I could even go as far as blocking her face off just for the hell of it. And sticking it in to that brown colour there like that. And then I'm going to say layer and then stroke. So the same two white lines come in. Make them a little bit bigger like that. Go back to this and then bring it out and bring it out. But over here, bring it in a bit like that. There we go. I'm happy with that. So that's there like that. And then over here, we're going to call it the, what would you have? What would you have while you're mudlarking? Essential mudlarking kit. Oh yeah, you've got to have that. You've got to have the essential mudlarking kit. Wherever you're going, you need it. That's what you need. So there we go. The essential mudlarking kit. Bring it into so it's nice and central. Say OK. Go to layer style. Go down to stroke. And while it's stroking, just have a little look at the stroke. Now, what do we know? What do we know? Just take a little look. What do you see? What do you see that I see? Well, what I see is thus. I see the words looking good, but the stroke around the letters equals the stroke at the top here. So I want to change that just because I can. And I bring the white down a little bit. But in order to keep it looking flowing, I put a bit of drop shadow on it. Okay, and with the drop shadow, I bring the size down. Where am I? Sorry, drop shadow. I bring the opacity up so you can see it. The distance, I bring it up to where the words are. The size, I bring the size down so you get a bit of shadow. You see it appearing there now. And I come over here, and I can even change the angle slightly. Now, the reason why I've changed the angle slightly like that is because when I make the box is going to have its own shadow on it. So I don't want the shadow of the stroke to match that shadow, because that's artwork and that's light, you know. That needs to look like its own thing. Essential mudlarking kit. I like that. That's what we got. We've got the essential mudlarking kit. Box contains, oh, you got to know that. Oh, essential mudlarking kit. What we got? Oh, large. It's for the large mudlarker. There we go. Large. It's for the large mudlarker. Could contain gloves and so on and so forth. Large. And go layer. And I could go through everything again. But let me show you a little tip. Go to essential mudlarking. You've already done the stroke. You've already done the shadow. You've done all that. So come over here to the styles window. See the styles window, and just tap in an empty space. Okay, let me get this. Oh, be up here. Tap in an empty space. No, still don't want to do it. What's wrong? What can I see? What window is open that I haven't shut? I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Okay, let's go here. Import styles. Don't want to do that. I just want to come over here. Oh, that's not working. For some reason, it's not working. Oh, that's a shame. It used to work. It just used to be able to add your own style. It don't seem to do it now. The thing when they change the things with Photoshop, it takes a while to learn where they are. We'll come back to that. So I'm going to go back to the large layer. That's a shame. I'll have to find that. By the time I could stop the video, go and look, come back. But you know what? Go and look for it. Give you something to do. Layer style, and then say stroke. When stroke comes up, click drop shadow as well. And there it is. It's looking lovely. When you do find it, send me a tip. Let me know. Tell me where I've gone wrong. Normally, you just click down here, right click down here, and my voice went funny, and it lets you save it, but it doesn't today. So one of those things. Docking Bay 51 mudlarking. That's there. That, to me, that logo looks a little bit stretched. So I'm gonna bring it in a little bit, just like that. Just like that. I've turned into Tommy Cooper. English comedian, red hat, fez, just in case. Right, okay, so that's about right. Docking Bay 51. There we go. Essential mudlarking kit. Everyone's got to have it. It's got to be had. The essential mudlarking kit. It has to be had. Now, have a look at this bit of artwork here. Okay, brilliant. We're all here. So, all my layers are in place. All my layers have a name. Stripes, horizontal, logos. Layer 4. What was in layer 4? All right, so I want to change the name of that to banner. There we go. So everything is done there. I come up to File, save as, and I'm going to call this front, save it as front PSD, and it asks all my details over here, and that's what I'm going to do. So that's now saved. I'm going to say layer, flatten the image, and then select the whole image like that. Edit, copy, come back to our box, say edit, paste. Now you see how big my image is compared to the box. It doesn't matter. Everything is in constraint with it. Now, normally you'd have to hold down the shift while dragging to make sure it stays in constraint. But holding down the shift allows you to make it any size now. Now, it's just by holding it and dragging it down, Photoshop's taken it upon themselves to make sure it keeps constraint, which is very well done on them. So I pop that. I've got to find a corner to work from, and I think that corner there is the corner. Turn that off. That corner there is the corner. Over there a little bit. Now, the way I do it is probably going to be different to everybody else. Bear with me for one little moment. Okay, I'm recording again. Bear with me. Sorry about that. I had to do something. Right, so I'm going to drag this down. It's going to keep in its proper size. Drag it all the way down. And like I said, I've got to look for a corner. Okay, and I'm going to start with this corner over here. Let's just move this. We'll start with this corner here. And then this corner here. Okay, so I take my little thingamajig and I pop that in the corner where I think it should be, and I level the side up with the corner. See what I've done there? Now, if you hold down the Alt and the Control, you see things change. So I'm going to come to this here. I'm going to hold down the Control, and I'm going to bring that to that corner there. Then take this to that corner there, and then take this to that corner there. There. Do you see that? Do you see where we're going? Do you see how it's all going to start working? Right, so we have here. Now let's look at this side of the box. What are we going to do for this side of the box? Well, I already thought about that, and I thought, what about if we go back to File, New, and then have a new A4 sheet of paper. Okay. Make it all the color of that sand color. Go back to our folder. Open, and open that again, and open this picture here of an item. There we go. So I think that's an old pipe. My brother was here to tell you. An old pipe circa 1973 was created back in 1638, where it was smoked by a man with a cough and a funny eye. That would have been him. Sorry, Mick. So I look at this again, and what I'm going to do with this side of it, I'm just going to take a little bit of the cobbles like that. Edit, copy, go back to my A4 and say edit, paste. Very small, not good. Come all the way up and all the way down, and you're going to get a bit of distortion. Okay, but I'm not bothered about that, because I'm going to take that distortion and I'm going to make it a bit like it's a background. Then come back to Mod 2, take it, edit, copy, go to Mod 1, no, Mod over here, edit, paste, go all the way up to about here. It still looks good. Come over here. Okay. Now what I want to do is open the front PSD. Open. Look at that, because the reason why I want to do that is because I've got my markings on here. So I should really keep my markings as they are. So over here with my Bros logo, don't know if you've noticed, I just scrapped that last page. Quick as that. Come over here to logo. Oh, actually, I've got to go back to where it was. Go down to logo, get rid of that. That's gone. That can stay where it is at the moment. No, it can't. That's got to go as well. That's got to go. And we got this bit here like that. Okay, so that's going to continue. That's going to continue. This now, this banner can go up over here. So it fits in there. Essential mudlarking kit. Large. And guess what? This is the one. Edit. Paste. And make it into a photograph. I'm going to go stroke. But rather than leave the stroke on the outside, I'm going to come over here and say stroke to the inside. And I'll show you what's going to happen. Do you see that's got a bended corner on it, hasn't it? It's got a bended corner. When you go inside, it makes it all nice and sharp, just like a photograph. Yep. Going to go drop shadow as well. Come over here. Bring this like that. And bring it over here. Okay, sorry about that. I saved a bit of time for you, and I went and got myself a cup of coffee, and I redesigned it just like this. So on the box it says what's inside the box. Of course, you're going mudlarking. You're going to need the gloves. You're going to need the sanitizer, some storage bags, a nice beefy headlamp, a magnifier so you can see what it is you're picking up. It's all Bluetooth as well. So if you have the Essential Mudlarking app on your phone, you could use that. A toe guard for your little toe in case you stub it. A flask of soup because, well, it's soup. And of course, an anorak. You never know when it's going to rain. That's what you get in the Essential Mudlarking Kit large pack. So that's that. You can see it's all there. And down the bottom here as well, just for authenticity, I've added a barcode, some numbers which mean nothing, and some European and international symbols that you'd find on the bottom of packaging. So I'm going to say layer, flatten the image, get it all down to one image. Doodly-dum. It's not flattening it much today. Layer, it's very slow. You have to bear with me. I'm just a pauper with a computer that is quite... Oh, it's asking me to do something over here. Sorry. Yes, get on with it. I've just told everyone I'm a pauper now. I'm going to select that piece of artwork, say edit, copy, just saved a bit of time. Come back over here to the box. You can see over here. So then I'm going to say edit and paste. And I think you get the idea now. Down it comes. And remember, you make your artwork in constraint with whatever size the box is. Again, I've got to start with a corner. So I'm going to go to this far corner and I'm going to put the artwork in the far corner and line it up so the artwork is in line with the box. Do you see that? It's in line with the box. So then I hold down Control, take the corner, pop that in the corner, and then take this one all the way into that corner there, and then this one over here. Into that corner. And then I have a little look. If I've done my work right, then everything should match. I want this to come over here slightly so you can see. There we go. Just slightly. Let's say okay and come out. So now we have a box. If I just go bigger, go large, or go home. So now we have a box if I have a look down the bottom here, it's pushing out down the bottom. So I go back, hold down control, take that corner and pop that corner in the corner. I now select this box, this bit here. Oh, sorry. This. Control yourself, Marty. Control up here. Bring that up to there, and this side up to there, and this side is good where it is. That's good. Now come over to this graphic here. Come to this graphic here. And just make sure that is everywhere it should be. That in the corner there. Get this bit down in the corner. There. This bit up in the corner. There. Come down a little bit. Like that. Have a look at this. This is sort of lined up. There we go. Say okay. And have a little look. I'm happy with that. Come down. Poppity pop. Poppity pop. There you have a little box of Docking Bay 51 mudlarking, the essential mudlarking kit. It's large. Tells you on the side what's there. That's there. Everything's at the right angles. It looks sort of tidy. Yes, I agree. It's not the best looking item in Itemsville. But once you've done the shadowing and everything else, you can sort of bring it in a little bit better once you've done all that. As you can see, this blue is a bit darker than this blue, so it blends nicely. This is nice, and then it looks like the same coming across here. The same is reflecting on the water. The essential logo is the same here as it is here. And then down here, you have believable items to do with that. Anyway, that's how I do a box. Remember, no college. No. If you see 1,000 other ways, any seasoned Photoshopper will look at this screen and see a little something different. But that's something else I'm working on. And when it's time, it'll come out. So that's it. That's basically how it all works. As far as I'm concerned, it's a believable box. You're not doing the next product for Apple or anything like that. You're just having a bit of fun with Photoshop. And on there, like I say, it could be something you would like to produce, so you can take that as a good display model to an investor and say, here's our packaging, this is what it would look like. It's not the best in the world, it's just what we have. Docking Bay 51, check him out. It's my brother. They get up to all and Sarah, mustn't forget Sarah. They get up to all sorts. There's ghosts, there's models, there's Daleks, there's Enterprises, there's War of the Worlds. There is so much. You'll see why he has as many subscribers as he does. Docking Bay 51. It's amazing. I'm only telling 10 people. If you know anyone who might be interested in something like this, send them the link and hopefully it will help them. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, and feel free to leave me a comment if it's saying, okay, the way you did it, got it done. But if you did it this way, then I'm good with that. I'm good with all of that. Just let me know. Okay. I am the Broadcast Ninja, signing out. Diddy-da-da-da-da. Bye for now.